Baseball Boy 3902, better known as the Saffron, joined here with my fellow commentators, Bloomishly and Dave.
Hello.
Hello.
So yeah, this is the week 9 matchup. The maps are gonna be Airlock 1, Low Rise, and Castle Cavern 6. I think this is gonna be a 10v10. Both teams bringing fairly
10v10.
strong rosters. But yeah, so Bloomishly's gonna read out the rules here.
All right, so we do have MMR and one ninja cap per map, as per usual. One archer, assassin, engineer, mage, necro, pyro, scout, 2 chemist, elf, medic, ninja, and 3 heavy and soldier.
Yeah, so the typical 10v10 limits there. Have you got any initial thoughts going into this game of Saffron?
Yeah, so Annihilation, in my personal opinion, has been doing really well in the past couple of weeks, beating teams such as Delta Force in upsets. So I believe that they'll pull out the victory, but I do think it'll go into 3 maps. What about yourself?
Yeah, think it'll definitely be a close one. I'm not sure how to predict this. I think looking at rosters right now would honestly give CX the advantage, but it could sway either way, as you mentioned. And Bloomishy, what are your thoughts?
I think it's going to be a close match. I think I am going to give the upper hand to Annie, but it's going to definitely go to 3 maps.
Yeah. Does look like we're going to see Idun's first appearance of the season. Correct me if I'm wrong there, but I haven't seen him before, I don't think.
Yeah, it's interesting to note that Annihilation also seems to have their top offense being Miski, Carson, Chak, and is Nin playing? Oh
Yes,
yeah,
Yeah.
and Nin as well. So
Well, looks like we're going to be getting underway here. Let's have a look at this Annihilation offense. So we've got Rosker on Elf, also known as Carson, Tractation on Soldier, Nin on Medic, and Minky on Necro. No Miski?
Miski must be playing Scout.
Oh, Miski is playing scout.
Ooh.
Interesting for
Definitely.
Annihilation opting to run the Necro on support rather than a third main capper. Let's see how that pans out for him.
Yeah. On the other side of things, we do see the Citrix offense make their way in here. We see Podgy on Medic with Flays on Chemist, with Scape on Heavy.
Oh, Carson does have a steal, and he is out as elf. I believe he got the regen, but I'm not sure if he got the restore. Oh, he did get the restore. Is death tagged, and CX is following very close behind. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, it goes down to pure damage. Elf being probably the least bulkiest offensive
Yeah.
class. And
Being death
Airlock
tagged
being
does
the
not
bulk
help
focused map.
either.
Yeah.
Did do well to get to that point, but yeah, there was a good amount of support. It's just the fact that Elf just takes so much damage, he can't really do much there. But hopeful signs for Annihilation as we open the game here.
Another thing I'd like to note on Annihilation's roster is that they're opting to run a medic on defense, being Idun. That just shows how much faith Annihilation is putting into Fire Turtle on Pyro, a class that he has proven to be extremely good at.
Yeah, I think Medic defense is a sensible option on Airlock. I think the webs are very beneficial as well as healing your bulk and roam. They are only choosing to use the solo roam, but to be honest, in this current mobile offense meta, I think you only need 1 bulk on defense. So
CX is opting to run 2 bulk on defense, which is very unfortunate for Nin. He did have the Necro as support, but Necro versus bulk isn't always going to work out, especially when it's 2 very experienced heavies, Z Hobo and I believe that's Bubdub.
yeah, it is. I think
Yeah. Okay.
That's Crizzle, I thought. Bubby Bear.
is it?
Is
Yeah,
it?
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that is. Yeah.
Oh, my
Oh.
bad.
Confusing Sims, but anyway. I'm looking at this Annihilation offense, and it's definitely got potential, but I think they're running the wrong kind of a composition here. I think Necro is just playing into Citrix's hands, to be honest, especially against this double bulk.
Escape out with the steal, going far side. Has one stake. Gets swapped back by Miski. Good swap by him, but Escape does seem to be trying to go out spawn side. He has the medic a little ways behind him. Taking a lot of damage. Pyro's still on him. Kind of getting brick walled right here. I'm not sure how he's still alive. Gets the restore.
Tractation is still in the flag room. He is trying to avoid the pyro. Pyro goes down, and the medic is with him. He got the regen, but not the restore. Medic goes down. Chak is still in the flag room. I don't know if he's gonna make it out, but he does have necro support.
Escape on the other side went down to an assassinate. A clutch assassinate by I lost the game.
Yeah, and we saw Chak going down to the ninja. I think both teams are like getting successful steals, but it's the tendency with Airlock 1. You can get steals, but to get the support is always really hard.
It's so easy on this map to get cornered as well. We saw Chak like just wall climbing against the ceiling, trying to avoid the defense of Citrix.
Yep. We all seen both teams have a fair amount of joy going into these flag rooms. So I think they've both had good opportunities, so nothing to be too worried about. Also interesting how both teams have opted for the scout defense here. I think in 10v10 scout can be questionable, but both teams running it just shows how crucial it can be and how worthy it can be running.
And both scouts are doing a decent job. I saw Miski death tag a soldier and take the soldier down, and in a match size, taking the soldier down, the main capper. I don't know. It does a lot of work. Scout is doing a lot of work on defense.
Yep. Do you see Escape very far here, actually, with the medic? The pyro is going to catch up there, though, and get the frenzy off. Good job from Fire Turtle. Really clutch play there. I think that was, really well played from Citrix to get that far, but yeah. Annihilation matching it.
Monkey Noodles has switched over to Chemist now. Maybe a better choice in order to slow the bulk down as opposed to Necro to cause him to take less knockback.
Yeah, I still would rather see him play. I don't know if he can Soldier, but maybe Soldier or even Heavy just to counteract that bulk a bit better. Absorb that pressure. Chemist can do that, of course, but I'm not sure. You can't really afford to quick drop. Do you see a few in here for Citrix? We see Bob being able to get out as Soldier, but he's getting cornered by I Lost the Game and several other Annihilation members.
We saw a steal on the other side by Carson, but once again he was death tagged Elf and dropped quickly to the assassin.
Yeah, both teams are running their typical assassins here. I think we're seeing Yami and I Lost the Game, so that would be an interesting matchup to see who outperforms there. I think assassin, obviously one of the most important roles in the game, considering how crucial its recoveries can be at times.
Yeah, Assassin, like Pyro, is one of those classes where the recov can absolutely change the tide of a game. Just keep the momentum on your side and switch it from being the other side.
Yeah, for sure. And also, if your Assassin plays, pushes up onto offense, it can definitely help get your stills turn into captures. So maybe we'll see the Assassins start pushing up a bit more.
Arson has switched to Heavy on Annihilation side from Elf. An interesting choice, seeing as Monkey Noodles seems to be the person on support, whereas Carson seemed to be a more of a capping threat for Annihilation.
Yeah. As Foucault has mentioned there, I do think CX currently, their offense is performing very well. They're getting everyone in. We see that once again here. And it's almost as if Annihilation Rome isn't really picking them up.
That was a close steal. The Pyro did go down to the Chemist, and Monkey Noodles was able to steal, but he went down to the rest of their roaming.
Yeah. On the other side of things, we do see Bob with the soldier still. He is death tag, taking a lot of damage, but is able to juke them. Can he reach top mid? He can. Where's his medic? Oh, the medic was there, but the heavy able to kill him just before he could get the restore. Unfortunate, but as we're seeing once again, Citrix really pushing forward with these stills.
Citrix is seeming to opt for more of a 3 main capper style, as I've seen Scapestar sort of roam away from the medic and try and go for steals himself. I'm not sure whether that's the better approach in tens, but it seems to be working for them thus far.
Yeah, it feels like the game slowed down a little bit here. I think both teams' roams have adjusted to the opposing offense, kind of shutting down them a little bit better. So we're seeing less stills. Approaching the mid mark here, how are you feeling overall about both teams' performances, Bloomishly?
Both teams are doing exceptionally well, especially the roaming. They've done a good job on getting together for recovery or just taking down an offense. Like all of them have been doing a good job, especially the scouts. I've been seeing Death Tag do a lot of work this match, and obviously he's been doing a lot since we've seen no captures so far.
Yeah, that's really what you want to see from your scouts. We do see the steal from Carlson here, but it does go down. We see a few remaining here for Annihilation, though.
Noodles gets the restore. It looks like he's trying to go out far side, but gets brick-walled by the roam after the pyro has gone down. Citrix roam and Annihilation's roam doing a ton of work, just like Bloomersley was mentioning.
Yeah.
So far, though, Citrix seems to be proving my prediction wrong, as they seem to be putting up more of a showing, especially on offense, than Annihilation. But the score still does remain 0-0.
Yeah. I have seen Annie defense roam up. I've seen the assassin in the flag room trying to aim for the pyro, and I've seen the ninja as well move up for a ninja steal. CX defense doing a very good job on preventing that. But Carson does have the flag. He does have a medic and did get the restore, and he is out. Ninja's gonna try to cut him off, but goes down easily. Has a chemist support. Pyro's gonna try to cut them off, but if Annie plays it smart, they will try to support this.
Yeah, Carson now has reached his spawn. We do see Bob able to get this counter still. However, I'm not sure exactly where he is. He is actually out mid, so it looks like we're going to be able to go into a stalemate here. Soldier versus Heavy. Personally, I would give the advantage here to the Heavy, that being Roscar. What are your thoughts on this stalemate, Sophron?
Honestly, looking at both teams' rosters, I have to give the advantage to Annihilation as well. But even if both classes were heavy, this is just because Annihilation is flexing players such as Brandino B as Archer, who has in fact... Oh, it was Danny on Archer, actually, that was shooting the flag carrier quickly. Or not the flag carrier, but the flag carrier's support. So, yeah, I believe that Brandino B being able to flex onto Archer will be what ends his stalemate.
Yeah. Surprisingly, we do see Ixan remain on Archer here. Obviously, I would say he's better than Brandino B at PvP and Brandino B better than Danny on Archer. So I would like them to swap around, as Fushko also agrees on. But maybe it's something they're going to use to try and catch CX out on.
However, Wolfie is the archer on the other side and does seem to be in position for a shot. Has a ninja on him. Kills the ninja.
Managed to headshot the medic there, but I don't think there was anyone to capitalize off of that.
Z-Hobo did try knocking Carson into the shot, but Wolfie was getting attacked by the ninja, and Z-Hobo went down quickly, so good job on Annie's support.
Yeah. We are seeing both teams opting to commit quite a few to support here, especially in 10s. We're seeing the Necro being chosen, so that means you've got 4 on support, including the flag carrier. Meaning you probably have 1 or 2 on roam, not leaving much room for recovery. So this could be a stalemate that doesn't end the game. So probably going to be fairly defensive.
Yeah. Annihilation did get kind of close. I believe Bub dropped to 1 stake. They got all their bulk in at once, and he was death tagged. But the pyro being there really stopped Annihilation recovery.
Yeah, I think pyro is so important in these stalemates, and if it's not taken care of, it would just wipe out that bulk. We have seen a strategy being used quite commonly recently, especially in PPMs at least, where teams opt to run an elf on recovery just to get that water down. I'd like to see perhaps Annihilation consider that here.
Boss has subbed in on sorry to cut you off, Dave, but Boss is about to get shots in on the flag carrier right now and has seemed to sub in for I'm not sure who has he subbed in for. But yeah, definitely an interesting choice on Annie's part. Checktation. Seeing as Annie is flexing players such as Brandino B. Sorry, what were you saying, Dave?
No, it's fine. I think, yeah, it's definitely an interesting one considering you've already got Brandino B who can Archer, but I guess if they want Brandino B on Bulk, who's probably a better PvPer than Chak, it's a sensible option just taking Chak out of the equation here.
We actually saw Boss and Brandino heading towards the flag room. Brandino was supporting Boss as Archer, so I think it was a good place subbing Chactation out so that they could have a chance at the headshot. Wolfie is taking shots towards Annihilation and does end Fire Turtle's kill streak. Annihilation is quick to act on that though. Oh, sorry, Dave.
No, I was going to say it was a nice 28 kill streak he had there. Definitely putting in quite a bit of work here.
Definitely.
Do you think both teams' archers are getting in a little bit too much? I think it's only a matter of time before one of them gets this headshot off.
Yeah.
Looks like it could be Wolfie here. She looks like Roska's made the sensible option of running towards the archer. Can't get a headshot, and archer was taken care of, so sensible from Roska there.
I didn't like the medic running to try to fight the archer, because Ruska was on 1 stake and half health. I would prefer that the medic stay with the flag holder, because if someone else had come in to, like, if another bulk had come in to try and fight Carson, then he might have dropped.
Yeah, and that could just be down to Idun's experience. We know that he hasn't really played too much. I think he's an older player, but he hasn't played too often recently. I think actually Annihilation are missing a Frog Dog here, who is, although he plays Mage and Medic, he is a pretty influential player. I think he's got healthy comms and really good webs, which can be game-changing, to be honest. Could be quite a miss.
Seems like both teams' roams are doing better focusing the archer, as the archer is getting far less shots on either side. I've seen College Degree multiple times target Boss before he gets past mid, and Annihilation's roam is doing well, doing the same exact thing. So this map could end 0-0 and most likely will.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 minutes on the clock doesn't seem like we're going to be getting anywhere unless someone pulls off a clutch headshot. But yeah, both roamings are doing a very good job.
Do you see the scout swap Bob away from his support, but they are able to reunite here, so not the end of the world. I think if this ends 0-0, I think both teams would honestly take that. They play differently, but they have similar strengths. They've both got great elves on offense, and I think the next two maps definitely favor that. So it could, like, both of the next two maps could, like, play out very closely, as we mentioned earlier as well.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see whether Annihilation decides to sub in or sub out Boss and put Brandino on Archer, or keep Boss on Archer and Brandino for that bulk that he's also known for.
Yeah. I think, it also depends if they want to drop the medic death. I don't think we saw the medic death for CX, am I right?
No, they were
We
not
did
running a
not.
medic dev.
Yeah. Actually, I would definitely agree with that. I think Ubao would be a great addition for the CX roster on low rise, or the Fatal Best. He hasn't made an appearance on Airlock, so we could maybe see that. I think most people would probably consider Ubao the stronger elf, but on low rise, Fatal Best can be like dominant.
I suppose it depends on what kind of playstyle CX is going for, because Ubao, I believe, does have the PvP advantage, but the Fatal Best also has the experience and is very powerful on low rise, as you said before.
Yeah. Also probably would play for the team a little bit better, but looks like this map's gonna wrap up 0-0 here. Very intense, close game. So I think, yeah, as we see with the MVP, Fire Turtle putting in a lot of work there.
I'd like to look at the kill differential between the two pyros, see how much running a medic defense made in the difference in kills. It looks like Fire Turtle had 38 kills while Ring Rather had 22 and 12 deaths, whereas Fire Turtle only had 4. So
Yeah.
definitely medic defense doing a huge amount for Annihilation.
For sure. I think the medic defense as well also complements the other classes there. And I think, like, you could argue that you're dropping some damage output, but at the same time, medic makes up for so much that it's honestly worth running in, like, 10v10, depending on your team's playstyle, of course. But anyway, I think we're going to get into the highlights here. I'm not sure if we already have or if we have them.
Going through right now.
All right.
Sick.
Okay. I think commentary's been fine. I've
So funny.
Should be fixed. For some reason, I had an audio issue. I apologize.
It's fine. It's fine.
You're good,
you're-
you're good.
So
We were just talking about the subs that CX and Annihilation made.
Oh yeah.
more
One of the
notable-
subs that we'd like to highlight is Valicon subbing in for Krizzle. Krizzle, who had been playing bulk, so CX is dropping a bulk and running Valicon on Archer, who's proven to be a great archer. And who is the other one, Bloom?
On offense, that would be the Fatal Best for Escapes are. So that was trading a Chemist for an Elf, which I think is a very good idea on this map. Especially since an Elf can get to mid if you let it, like, if you uncontest it.
yeah, we have seen Fatal Best doing that previously, although he was benefited with the mighty Seago boost. Wonder if we'll see something similar here from Ixan. Not sure we will, but yeah, I think Fatal Best nonetheless still has the capabilities. Nice bit of rhyme to that, actually. Yeah, this is definitely slower paced than Airlock. Honestly, something you'd expect though, considering the size of this map.
CX did get multiple people in the flag room in the last push, but they quickly went down to the realm. Another change that was made, but for Annihilation, is that Idun is no longer the medic defense, so that could make an impact in how the Pyro for Annihilation performs, and the roaming too.
Yeah. 2C3 in here for Citrix. I think the Elf is on top untouched, so hopefully he can get in here without being noticed. The rest of his offense are in. He should be able to get the steal, but Pudgy takes it from him.
Picks up the flag, has 3 stake, but is death tag, and goes down with 2 stake remaining to Danny.
Yeah.
That was
Most
a good
likely
push.
wasn't gonna live. Yeah, that was a good push.
Very unfortunate though that it ended in that way. I mean, you would have expected like a better steal than that, to be honest. Especially if
Yeah.
Fatal was the one able to do so.
Fire Turtle was doing a good job because Flaze was there for a good 5-10 seconds trying to steal, but he was just knocking him away.
Do you see 4 in for Annihilation? Carson is out with the medic. Not sure resource coming through yet. It
There's
has
the
now.
restore.
He is making some headway down this left-hand side of the map.
Oh,
Has
good
a
on the
lot of
Necro.
support.
The Necro killed the assassin, the ninja, and the bulk that was targeting him. And they are in the flag room. Just win. Oh. He almost winded right up to the flag room. Wolfie. And that is the first capture of this match to Annihilation. Bub almost did get a nice counter steal, but Misky with a good swap away.
Yeah, honestly, that failed wind was nearly costly. Imagine if Wolfie somehow dropped him or Bub was able to get a counter steal. But it didn't happen. But we do see Citrix here in number. Flaze is the one who steals, going up top with a medic.
He did get the restore, but he is in fact death tagged and does go down to fall damage.
Citrix's offense is looking a lot more staggered right now than Annihilation's. When Flaze got that steal we were talking about, Bub and Fatal were at spawn waiting for buffs, so a bit of miscommunication on Citrix's offense part.
Yeah.
Oh, Danny does take down the Pyro, and he is out as Ninja. He is at their spawn and drops to the Necro. Very good on Danny.
Yeah. That was ridiculously quick.
Wow. That's the second capture. Oh. Looks
Well,
like
my
our predictions were
prediction.
wrong.
Yeah, the predictions were completely wrong. I mean, no one heard it, thankfully, but
The Fatal Best is out.
He got regen to get to full health. How many stake is he on? 0 stake.
He's on 0 stake. Does get shot by the archer, but it wasn't enough for a headshot. Oh, just kidding. I guess it was. He got shot twice. Once it wasn't enough. The second time, I guess it was.
yeah. So right now, it does seem as if Annihilation are kind of powering through their eyes here. Hopefully, gonna look and push on to get this third cap. Get the job done, I think. Obviously, CX still have a chance, but definitely the momentum is completely with Annihilation here.
Wolfie's pushing up on offense, drops the pyro. CX does have 2 people on offense here. Blaze gets the steal.
Ooh, he stole again. You don't want the chemist stealing, but his medic is with him. Problem now is that he just doesn't have the mobility to get out of that scenario and just drops. Ooh.
Bub gets out with another steal on 0 stake, but there is no roam chasing him. Maybe he could pass to Fatal Best, who is behind him. Opts to take it himself on 2 hearts, has the bulk chasing him. This does not look promising. Somehow kills Brandino.
Oh.
Oh my god. Danny went and almost tried to recover the flag, but Bub was able to kill him, so the flag is still sitting there. Unfortunate.
Yeah, Wolfie actually initially pulled up there. That was why Bub dropped it, I think, to try and pass it to Wolfie, but Wolfie missed, and then whatever happened there just didn't work out for TX.
Oh, Fatal did try to steal and win away, but was killed mid-air, but Flaze picks it up, but does go down to the pyro. I thought I saw a soldier ready for backup steal, but that was Brandino B. Whoops.
Citrix should be looking for ninja steals, especially when Annihilation seems to be almost overcommitting for these recovs on the chemist or the soldier being low. I've seen Fire Turtle jump down from the flag platform multiple times, so that definitely leaves a capture open for CX.
It does allow the opportunity for a Ninja Cap, but I think pushing for it as much as they are, it seems like Wolfie really is intent on getting it. Could be a bit of a waste. I think a Ninja Cap can be utilized later on in the game. It's a good way of like making the other team think. Like, especially as a defensive main speaking, I will always have to think about the Ninja Cap, even like if they're not pushing for it. But if a team's used it, then I don't have to worry about that. So it's less to worry about. And then you don't have to worry. Like, basically, it just becomes easier to defend. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. Well, you were saying that Wolfie did drop the pyro and was going for a steal, but Boss shot him nicely before he was able to, and ended up killing him. So Wolfie has been repeatedly pushing up, dropping the pyro or not, and going for the steal.
Yeah. No, he's definitely doing a nice job of distracting or killing the pyro. The problem with CX I've noticed is the wrong person stealing. However, this time the right person did steal. Unfortunately, got a headshot.
He was really low too. He was getting beat up by Annihilation defense. I'd be surprised if he still had 1 stake left, because he only did get the regeneration before Pudgy dropped.
Yeah. That is partly the, I don't want to say the issue, but it technically is the issue with the Fatal Best gameplay. He's not the strongest at PvP, and it leaves him very vulnerable to ninjas or bulk players, and especially ones as good as Ixan and Brandino B. He's kind of a free picking, as I hate to say it, but
Oh, College
College
Degree
Degree
did
with
get
the
the
ninja
ninja steal. Did get a bit far, but was lit on fire by the pyro and hit once, so they were very low, which allowed for the reco. Carson did get a steal as Elf, but unfortunately didn't work out, as basically all of CX defense was on him.
yeah, CX defense has really shored up in the past 5 minutes or so.
Fatal Best gets an elf steal, going to the top. No stake, has half a heart. Gets very far with win, could maybe be health pot, is health pot. Has the chemist for support. And
Where's
now
the
Wolfie
medic?
as well. Almost to spawn.
Where's the medic?
Pudgy only just respawned, but is able to get the restore. Honestly, a massive misplay from Annihilation. He didn't have the medic for so long there. I mean, yeah,
So great
Flays
plays. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Please did
plays
good
to
job.
play that so well. But ooh.
Miscommunication on Annihilation's part, definitely, but also Citrix as the medic only just respawned. So imagine if Danny was on top of that.
Yeah.
College Degree did try for another ninja steal, but that was also easily recovered by Danny.
Yeah, we're seeing these ninja steals from Citrix. We've seen, I think, 2 or 3 of them now, but they're not like, they're just reaching mid. I think they need to try and reserve a bit more health before stealing if they can. I'm not sure.
Nice distraction by Wolfie. He did distract Fire Turtle and allowed Bug for the steal, but it didn't work out. Chak, meanwhile, is out. 0 stake, half health, I believe. The medic is there, but unfortunately does drop to the ninja. He was getting regen, it just wasn't fast enough.
Yeah, that has to be the most frustrating thing as an offense man, being right there, having your medic in the right position, but just not having that health to get back to the restore.
Blaze is out as chemist. Did get shot by boss, but wasn't far enough for the headshot.
Nice
Oh,
shot by
there's
boss. Nothing on him.
another nice shot by boss. Wow. College Degree waited for the medic regen,
Yeah,
allowed for the shot.
not the smartest player, I don't think. I think he could have just pulled for the archer, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, I don't know, like in that scenario, maybe he wanted just to make sure he could get the regen and try and capture himself, but Valacon was there for the pickup, and it's
Pudgy
easier to
was-
support an archer.
Yeah, Pudgy was also there for the pickup, and while a medic holding isn't optimal, it's better than a ninja with 2 hearts. in my
Yeah.
opinion.
That would also have ended Citrix's ninja cap, I think. Unless it was a ninja steal at first that got Flays out of the flag room, but
I believe
That's
it was just a steal from
different
Slaves himself. Oh, good job on Wolfie. He knocked the pyro out, which allowed for a clean steal by Bub. But does get assassinated by I Lost the Game. Very good positioning on his part. And the pyro is back on his place.
We are seeing the Annihilation ship a few more Citric offenders in the flag room now. I think consistently seeing 3 or so get in every time, which is not ideal. I think they're getting a lot of pressure here. And obviously,
sure.
Citrix still have the ninja. Sorry, what were you saying?
I was just gonna point out that I'm not sure how much I agree with Miski running scout. He is putting a lot of work in, but I feel like double ninja might be better just for the mobility on this map.
Yeah, I think double ninja is probably better, but if they don't have another good ninja, right, then he is like a very good scout player, so you may as well run it. However, we do see Bob very far here. I say very far. He's got a lot in front of him.
But he did get the restore earlier. Medic might be looking for a second one. The offense turns around to try and stop him, but not enough. And he is going underneath.
Yeah. Safe routing. Like to see it.
Oh, wow.
Jack was able to somehow steal that. What?
Bob's taking a lot of damage in his own flag room on 2 stake and death tagged. Really low right here. Gets health potted by Flays, and I think can't seem to get up to the platform. And captures. Wow.
Wow. He was on 0 stake. That was so close.
Yeah, I think Annihilation did probably do the right thing trying to commit to that recovery, but it just didn't pay off. Unfortunate. Do you see things level out here though? Surprising considering how strong Annihilation started the map off.
Yeah, Brandino B has now switched to Ninja from Bulk. I've never seen Brandino B play Ninja, but he may have made it earlier when I was not around in the competitive scene, but
He's definitely played it like at times, but he's never been one to main it. He's just like someone who can flex it to like a fairly decent standard. So it's not like a horrible swap by any means. I mean, if that's what they feel will do best against the Citrix offense, then it's fair enough. Perhaps also because they're worried about Citrix trying to use their ninja cap. They want that extra ninja on defense just in case they get out.
Yeah.
So there are about 2 minutes here left on the scoreboard. Citrix do have the advantage here, obviously, with the momentum and with the ninja cap still available for their use. Do you have any predictions for the remainder of the map here, Sophron?
I gotta say with Brandino switching to Ninja, it's extremely unlikely for Citrix to pull off that Ninja cap. However, College Degree and Wolfie have been getting pretty consistent Ninja steals, or at least distracting the Pyro, so I feel like it's going to end 2-2, but Citrix is going to have a couple more close chances, whereas Annihilation's offense is going to slow.
Yeah. Do you feel like Annihilation have really slowed down here on the offensive side of things? As I say that though, Roska has a very nice elf still. With the medic, Frenzy comes through, but not successfully. Roska still survives. Great routing there, managed to evade all of that recovery. He is on 5 hearts. Could still drop here, despite the medic being there.
It does get the restore.
Bro, I swear my predictions are always so bad.
Bub is death tag, but he is full. Does get swapped down. Oh, that was almost a void swap.
Yeah, Bob is in a very precarious position here. He's got support in place, including the Pyro. Definitely got some helpful hands there. But he's just got to stay alive here. Roska's completely safe. I say completely safe. He's only got the medic on support right now. He is droppable, but like it's unlikely that anything would happen.
Yeah, we saw all of CX defense push up to help support Bub, while most of Annie support pushed for the recov.
Yeah, I mean, I think in that scenario where Roska is literally just sitting at the flagpole, that's a good decision from an Annihilation defense, but it didn't pay off. And it's going to end 2-2 here. So, first 2 maps end in ties. It's coming down to the final map here. Castle Cavern 6. What are your predictions for that map, Boomishly?
I mean, the last 2 maps ended in a tie. Like, I'm hoping for something different, like maybe just a win by 1 cap, but honestly, it's been too close. I don't see like anything happening like other than a tie unless someone pulls off like a miracle.
Yeah, I think, I would also be hoping for something different from a tie, but guess we'll see. I think, I wonder if either team would change things up here.
Yeah.
An interesting stat to note is that from both archers, Valakon has done 53 kills as archer, whereas Boss has only done 32. However, Boss did seem to have more clutch shots, so it seems that Valakon was putting in more work than could be seen.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Valakon's one of those archers, perhaps a bit like BM5, where he kind of just kills everything. So it means that like it's so helpful for your defense where he's getting like at least 1 or 2 every push. And that's why we probably did see Annihilation getting barely anything into the flag room. I mean 53 kills is very good on low rise. So props to Valakon.
I do actually have to leave for my match. So I will be seeing you guys later. Good luck with this match.
Yeah. You too.
Yeah, good luck, Bloom.
Thank you. Bye.
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 Alright, so it's just 2 non-sims, 2 kings here.
Just
No
the boys.
egos. Yep.
Are we still? It looks like everything is coming down to map 3, with map 1 ending in 0-0 and map 2 low rise ending in 2-2. Annie sending off their signature Rolf, and yeah, let's get right into it. Initial predictions, Dave?
Yeah, so this one's a tough one to predict. I mean, I also found the other one's tough to predict, but here, I don't know. This could be anyone's game.
I'm gonna have to go straight out and say Annihilation wins this. They're flexing players like Carson on Elf offense and Chak on Soldier offense. And this map is much more offensive biased, so I think I'd have to give them the advantage. As I say that, Carson with the Elf steal, going straight to mid, does get the restore. Is already past mid.
Getting stalled well by College, but it's not enough. I say not enough. He's got a lot on him here. He's very low
Goes
and
down.
he drops. Holy.
Wow. Flay's on the other side. Oh, just got swapped back by Miski and assassinated, so swap to assassinate. College Degree has the ninja steal. Not sure where College Degree is right now.
He's
Oh,
actually
top
managed
tree.
to get to the fatal best here. Managed to pass it. Although it was slightly off target, he did reach his target in the end. Fatal best is Elf, could drop, but it doesn't look like he's gonna drop. And it looks like it's gonna be Citrix's ninja cap and the first cap of the map. Good job to College Degree there.
Oh, that was a bunch of action right there.
Yeah. Definitely something you'd like to see, but something you'd expect with Castle Caverns. Always such a intense match.
Yeah, I'd like to take a moment to look at the defense composition again. It looks like Citrix is not running a medic, and neither is Annihilation. So decisions that I am completely in favor for, seeing how easily steals can be had inside of this.
Yeah. Definitely. I think supporting the Pyro with the medic here is definitely good, especially when you're seeing so many players get in. We do see Santimals with the Necro steal, and he's just running it down mid. He's got a few players in front of him, but the medic is there to support, and the Elf. Good support there.
No stake
Is
right
able
now.
to... He's still got nothing on him, though. Holy. Ooh. Well, we did see Fatal Best there with the steal, but he did drop to Miski, and we do see the capture for Annihilation, leveling things out here. as we expected, lots of steals going on here. I think both teams could try and shut down the mid corridor a little bit better.
Yeah, for sure. It looks like Wolfie's doing a good job getting on boss. I'm not sure whether there were any substitutions on either side between the match. It looks like both teams are opting to run the same roster as last map.
Yeah, it looks like that. Do you see
Misky roaming up
four
on
in?
offense.
Yeah. Does result in a steal.
Is that Danny as ninja right now? Yeah,
Yeah, that
Danny
is.
is a ninja. Does go down to Velicon with a nice shot, picked up by the assassin.
Meanwhile, we do see Fatal Best with this elf still, running it down mid once again. Has a few people on him. Could drop very easily. Dropped a 1 heart there. Dies to Wither. Pudgy able to pick up, but goes down to the assassination. Clutch plays from Annihilation there.
Yeah, great play by Ilos, saving that assassination. And yeah, finishing Pudgy with the flag.
Yeah, very patient use of the assassination from Milos. Something you like to see. You are seeing these, like, attempted elf steals like be pretty successful though.
It looks like Checktation has a steal, and he goes down to the assassin. So both assassins putting in a lot of work right now. College Degree is calling for Yami to be scout, or maybe calling out the scout. I'm not entirely sure.
Yeah, I think Scout is good here because it can swap players back. But yeah, I think Sin, as Food mentioned there, would be the more sensible option. Do you see Rusko as Elf taking his right hand side? He's got a lot of support with him, but he's getting cut off as well and does drop to the bulk.
It looks like the Citrix's offense turned around to counter that. A good decision by them, because Carson did have a lot of support on him.
For sure. We are seeing Annihilation commit a lot of players forward to try and get these steals, and we see it once again from Chak. However, he gets swapped into the frenzy and goes down. That does allow for a Ruska backup elf still, trying to run it down mid, got a lot of bodies in front of him. However, he's able to use his wind very cleverly to evade that. Is able to get the restore there as well. Looks home and dry here.
On the other side, it looks like Bub has a steal, very low right now. Actually has 1 stake and almost full health. Gets the restore. Misky with the swap into water, but Bub being soldier is able to climb out of that. And yeah, it looks like we're about to get into our first stalemate of map 3.
Honestly, any other class than soldier there, and that swap's pretty big. Like, getting out of that water could be pretty hard. But Alpha Soldier in a stalemate, probably going to give the advantage to the soldier, depending on the stalemate spot that Bubble sees. He's opting for this back corner.
Yeah, an interesting spot. It does leave open for headshots. Oh, the medic respawns, and Bub is death tagged right now. Does have a Necro, however, so Necro can get that tag off pretty easily.
Yeah. I would say Bub's spot is, like, better since he's soldier, but I think there's better spots for a soldier than that. Like, I don't think he wants to be in the flag room because he can get cornered by the bulk as soldier pretty easily. Same with Carson, to be honest. Like, as Elf, you don't want to be in a spot like that where you're vulnerable to being cut off by bulk.
To be honest, there is no real stalemate spot in my mind on this map. I mean, I've seen people hold in PPMs in the corner of the flag room where, like sort of in the books where it's almost impossible to get a headshot, but there is the risk of the pyro dropping straight through that hole.
Yeah. No, there isn't really one direct stalemate spot, which kind of just shows how there's, well, every spot here has its weaknesses in a way.
Yeah. Good map making on Dux's part, eliminating all the stalemate spots.
Yeah, definitely makes things a little bit more interesting. We haven't seen either team commit too much to recovery here, but if you're going to pick one team to win the stalemate, who do you think it will be?
I think I'm gonna go with Annihilation, just because I like their holding spot a lot better, being in the flag. I feel like a headshot is too easy
Yeah, that's
Like-
true.
for Bub. What about yourself?
I honestly think Bubs is like not good, but is safer. You do actually see Snow Donation, also known as Cardona, log on here. Possibly looking to sub in, but I think that's more of a sensible choice once the game gets back underway. But yeah, I think right now, I mean, looking at this from Citrix, Carson's gonna be, well, he's very safe at the moment. The bulk's just getting like torn apart from Citrix.
Bub gets swapped far away by Miski, I think it was, and Boss is getting free shots, showing the weakness of Bub's holding spot. So yeah, that was close, surprisingly close, even with all the support around him.
Yeah, Boss wasn't able to take his opportunity though, unfortunately. But yeah, I think honestly, whoever wins this stalemate could go on to win the game. It's a very important stalemate to win. That's why I think both teams are being pretty tentative about pushing too much onto recovery here.
Yeah.
Do you see?
Annihilation only has 2 soldiers right now.
Yeah, I would like to see a few more trying to go in on Bob here. But I think with Bob's spot, you can kind of hope for the archers to get their shot a bit more. With Carson's spot, you need to commit to sending bulk, and they're really not doing that CX. And as Food mentioned, they're not like trying to get the medic in to keep that bulk alive either.
Yeah. I wonder why they had Cardona log on. Because it seemed as if they wanted him to log on at a later time, and then he logged off, so.
Maybe it was just like he was only just became available now and just thought, oh, I'll log on. And then they don't need him because it's stalemate. I'm not sure. I think in a stalemate, you don't really want someone, not being rude to Cardona, but you don't really want someone like Cardona over like Sentinels, because
Yeah.
Sentinel's probably better at PvP and a Necro main anyway.
I was gonna offer the idea that maybe they were gonna try and make Carson pass the flag to Cardona, and then have
Oh,
Carson run as bulk on Recove.
yeah. Honestly, not a bad idea, to be fair. To be honest, Bob is vulnerable to drop into bulk. He doesn't have the Necro on support here. Citrix do look like the team who are wanting to recover this flag more.
Bub is death tagged right now and has the soldier on him. Only has the medic for support. Oh, the pyro's here.
Yeah, I'm just looking for this archer from Annihilation. Seems to like be playing defensive right now. I'm not sure. Or maybe getting killed by the ninjas, actually.
Velicon has been pretty quiet, unless I think he's just shooting Recove right now.
Yeah.
But it might be worthwhile to send him up and try and force some of that roaming Recove on him.
Did play in a PPM yesterday versus Annihilation where this scenario happened, and we had participated playing Archer defense. And honestly, if we had him on bulk, he probably would have won the stalemate. I think that's the same scenario here with Citrix. I think if they send another bulk or like a medic or an elf, they probably get this. Like, elf is so vulnerable in this scenario, especially if they get death tagged. And like, if the archer isn't able to get that headshot, then what's the point in running it? Sure, it can headshot a few people, but I don't
I
know.
was pretty good at PvP too. I'm fairly certain. So I feel like running him on bulk would definitely not hurt.
Yeah. We actually. Oh wait, never mind. We do see a few in here for Citrix, but once again,
He's
because
death
there's no
tagged.
medic or elf.
Goes
Oh,
down to Z Hobo, clutch recov, and death tag from Yami.
I was about to say there was all getting torn apart there by the pyro, but they somehow get the recovery. And Crizzle, or not Crizzle actually, Bob, not the Simps again, but anyway, Bob is able to
Simps
walk that
like
into the
it.
flag and get the capture for Citrix. 2-1, 6 minutes remaining. Starting to spice up here on CTF Match. I actually know which one it is. Let me check. Match 2, there we go.
Oh, I'm always wrong. Do we know what happens if there's a tie, if Annihilation manages to cap once more?
Yeah, so I think if it is a tie, it's just a tie, but we haven't really stated the importance of this match. I think the winner of this will actually finish third in the seeding, which is a pretty big deal.
Cardona has gone out with his steal and has subbed in for
Santimals.
Santimals. So
Yeah,
they're bringing in another main capper. A good idea for Annihilation.
definitely. At this stage of the game, you can afford to do that. And we've seen his effect already. He got very far there, but unfortunately headshot.
Yeah, Velocon getting those clutch shots.
Yeah. Do you see Bob with the steal on the other side of things? However, took a lot of damage from I lost the game. Looking to get to some support here, but not able to do so. Opts for the pass, gets the pass off.
On the other side, Chak is out and does have support with him. Has no stake, just getting regen. Now gets the restore. He's
Yeah,
almost to his flag, but now doesn't have much support at all. Gets swapped back really far, back to Citrix's side. And death tagged. He could go down here.
meanwhile, Pudgy has just managed to get the restore off. She was honestly a bit late with that. She was the only one trying to originally attempt the recovery. Actually,
That goes down to a headshot from Velocon. And Cardona was able to pick that up before the scout, which was the only thing on check at the time, saving Annihilation pretty much the game.
yeah. No, very fortunate there for Annihilation. Let's see. I think Citrix are also pretty fortunate that the Z Hobo didn't drop. As I was saying, Pudgy was very late getting across the map to Z Hobo. Did a good job of stalling that long. But he is now in position, the same one that Bob was in. Isn't the most experienced stalemate holder, I don't think. So definitely a bit of a vulnerability here for Citrix. Maybe should opt for a bit more support, and that's what they're doing, running the Necro here. Like to see it.
Especially with them having the lead right now.
Yeah.
On the other side, Cardona is a much more experienced holder, and that means that it leaves Carson open for bulk recov. And being the great PvPer that he is, that is definitely an advantage for Annihilation.
Yeah, for sure. I think Carson, with the extra reach he provides, could be pretty beneficial here in their attempts.
Cardona gets death tagged. Has only one soldier on him though, and the pyro and medic for support.
Seeing a few Bolt get in here from Annihilation, but they get taken out by iFlays. Good job from iFlays there. I think, as I've said like 2 or 3 times now, I think both teams could, or at least Annihilation in this current scenario, could really do with attempting to send the medic on recovery, keeping their bulk alive.
It looks like the pyro is roaming up. Sorry to interrupt, but the pyro is at Blue's flag room right now.
Ooh. Yeah, he is.
Unspotted so far. Let's see how this plays out.
Ooh. So actually, even if this does end in a tie, Food Court just pointed out that Citrix would still finish third seed, which is what they want. I think finishing third seed means they'll play versus Roxasees, who are definitely by no means a rollover, but more favourable than playing DF for sure.
CX is still sending a surprising amount of recovery, but it's good to keep the pressure up, especially since Annie is trying to send as much on Rico as possible.
Yeah, for sure. I think teams often make that mistake where they try and play too defensively and they end up giving up the pressure and conceding the recovery. But we're not seeing that here. Seeing a lot of people committed forward here from Annihilation. Cardona's not even got the medic anymore. As I say that, Insanity returns, but he was alone for about 30 or 40 seconds.
We're approaching the 1 minute mark, and Annihilation at this point is desperate for a recovery. I think if Annihilation wins this, then they can pull out the third seed.
Yeah, I mean, with this much time left, I'm not sure there's too much of an opportunity to win it. Maybe they'll get it to a tie. Even then, it's unlikely, I think. They've got just enough time for one push. They've got to send everyone forward here, I think. But yeah, like, definitely a very close quarter game here. Very entertaining to watch. Ooh.
And oh god, that was a voice crack. That was really bad.
You got a recovery. 10 seconds.
Yeah.
So Cardona dropped there.
Pyro
Did you-
steal.
Okay. I don't even know what's happening there, but anyway. The Pyro still prevented that 3-1, but it didn't prevent the Citrix win. So Citrix 2-1 winners there. Overall, 1-0 winners with the 2 ties in the first 2 maps, and then the 2-1 win on the final map.
For
So
sure.
yeah, thoughts on player of the game?
I don't know. I feel like a lot of Citrix came out to play, but I think I'd probably have to give it to either Grizzly Bear being Bub Dub or Wolfie. I feel like Wolfie did a ton of work. DX as he normally is. So what about yourself?
For me, I didn't find anyone to particularly stand out. I thought College Degree had a pretty good game as well. I could definitely go with Bob. I think overall he had a very solid performance across all 3 maps, very consistent. Something you like to see from an offender. I think if Valakon had played the first map as well, he would have had a good opportunity. He had some nice plays on the third map and overall very strong performance on the second. But yeah, I'm down to give Bub Dub the player of the game here. Looks
for
like
sure.
we're going to be getting Flays into interview for whenever he arrives.
Awesome.
So, first of all, congratulations on your win, Flays. How are you and your team feeling after that great win?
Yeah, we're feeling really good. It was really close the whole match. I mean, every map was a tie until last map, so and there were a lot of stalemates, really stressful match, but yeah, it was great.
Yeah, it was definitely a great one to watch. Very entertaining for all the viewers watching the game. What were your thoughts going into that third map after tying the first 2?
Honestly, we stick to a similar plan, I guess, but yeah, we stick to a similar plan. We just needed to be a bit more clutch and winning the stalemates, and yeah.
Yeah.
Are there any players on Annihilation that you think stood out during that match?
I think Carson did really good. He got a most of Annihilation steals, and on their defense, I would say their fire total was great as well. Especially in stalemates, he kept killing the bulks.
Very true.
Yeah. So after that great victory, your team Citrix now finishes third in the seeding. That means for playoffs, you'll most likely be facing Roxaseas, who you beat earlier on in the season. How are you going to prepare for that game?
I think if we can, we're gonna do just a bunch of PPMs and screams.
Yeah, always the classic way of getting ready for matches. Yeah. I think that's it from me. Is there any other questions you'd like to ask Isofron?
Uh, honestly, no. I think both teams had a great game, but in the end, CX came on top. So huge congratulations to you guys. Thanks for coming in, Flares.
No problem.
Yeah, thank you for your
Thanks for having
time.
me.
Yeah. So there we are. Overall, Citrix are the winners in that close matchup. 0-0 first map, 1-1 second map, and 2-1 on the final map. That means that Citrix finish in the third seed, Annihilation in the fourth seed. Thank you for watching. I think we have another game going on right now between the Crusaders and
Osha.
Fosha. Yeah, that would be a pretty tight game as well. So make sure to tune into that. We've got some other games coming up. Then we'll be taking a few weeks off before playoffs. But nonetheless, thank you for watching. We hope you enjoyed the stream. And yeah, Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Thank
Yeah.
you all.